Yeah, it's your boy, the real and sister Browns fan, doing it for y'all. Yeah, man. I just wanted to come here and answer two quick questions, man. Two good questions. And I felt like it was crazy for people to ask. However, let's get into it. So the first question was, I had seen it on ESPN. And it said, did the Browns make a mistake by drafting Baker Mayfield? So, when I think about that, you ask yourself, how can you say that it was a mistake? Let's examine that. At the time, everyone, ESPN, everyone said we needed to get a quarterback. There was few that could argue that we needed to get Saquon Barkley instead. I understand why. But now that we got Nick Chubb, there's no questions about that at all. So we go back to the quarterback position. Did they make a mistake? I mean, let's look at the quarterbacks that was in there. You got Baker, Darnold, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, and Lamar Jackson. Those was the top 5. Those were the ones that was selected in the first round. Now, you could argue and sit up here and say Lamar Jackson's the best. You know, he's the first one to win the MVP and everything like that. However, you got to ask yourself what organization this is. This is the Cleveland Browns. We haven't had any quarterback success since the team. I mean, you had Tim Couch, and even then it wasn't very successful. If you want to argue it at that being successful, then, you know, that's on you, but that's on you. So what I meant to say by that is that the Cleveland Browns is not an organization where, at least from as long as I've been a fan, where we adapt to things. You know, we don't have a structure or stability where we could support a Lamar Jackson. Even though I thought, like, it would have been sweet to have him because of his ability, but I just never thought it could translate into the NFL the way it translated last season when his sophomore season where he took the MVP. Now, granted, the Baltimore Ravens is the old Browns franchise, a stable franchise. You know, other than the fact that they moved, but it was a franchise that already thrived, that already has a bunch of championships. You know, partnered with John Harbaugh and Ozzie Newsome, who was also a Browns. You know, it worked. And they went on ahead and make the transition. They was ahead of the curve, and they made sure that they got everything they could to do that. The Browns wouldn't have done that. The Browns wouldn't have drafted Lamar Jackson, got whatever the offensive coordinator name is. I forgot his name already. For the Ravens, the one we interviewed, I can't remember what his name is. Damn it. Ravens offensive coordinator. Why is they trying to give me, man, what is his name? Greg Roman. Damn, why couldn't I think of it? And I didn't even get it right. All right, so Greg Roman took over and gave Lamar Jackson what he needed. All right, so we taking that out. The biggest is Sam Darnold. For people to argue so much that the Browns should have took Sam Darnold, what has Sam Darnold done? I have to ask another question. What has Sam Darnold done where you will say that he would be better off playing for us, or that we would be better off if we had drafted Sam Darnold? I'm waiting. I don't get why people are still beating on this drum after so many years. Like, Sam Darnold he was a turnover machine in college. Machine. Like, Every pass, every drop back was damn near a turnover. And then when Ohio State played them in the bowl game, it was already done. It was like, damn, bro. Like, you just cannot stop playing hot potato and throwing it to the other team. We didn't want that. We definitely couldn't thrive with that. And then just to see his face, get up there, dude got a big head, and he would have been talking about, I got to play better, and, me and my guys, and, I got to be better. The whole company line shit. I would have got sick of that shit real fast. Real fucking fast. So, for people to keep saying Sam Darnold is the guy that we should have picked, like I said, my question is, what has he done where you could feel like you could say that and feel like you're right, that the Browns should have took Sam Darnold instead of Baker Mayfield? Nothing. He didn't break no season touchdown record, single season touchdown record as a rookie. He didn't play 16 games and start all of them last season. You know what I'm saying? So what could he have done more? What could he have done that Baker hasn't already done? Nothing. So that's stupid. Rosen, we ain't even going to talk about him. Josh Allen, he's where he needs to be at. We don't need nobody with accuracy issues. And that was my whole concern with Lamar, I was worried about his accuracy. But that's to be debated, man. It seems like he's one of the most accurate. He got a weird throwing motion, hell yeah, but the kid's pretty accurate, So, when we done talking about Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen, no. So that's what it all come down to. Now, did the Browns make a mistake by drafting Baker Mayfield? No. I don't see where anybody can even think about something like that. Yeah, he had a bad season, but that was more so John Dorsey's fault or whoever brought Odell and all that. Like, that was just too much pressure. Which is gonna get in my next question. When we brought Odell in, that's when I knew it was going too fast, too soon. It was going off the rails type thing. Like, shit was moving too damn fast. Because I was like, Baker's not that. Like, he would just becoming his own with nobodies. Besides Jarvis, and Rashard Higgins. But with just brand new faces every goddamn week, Baker Mayfield was like, he set that record. So it was like, you bring somebody like Odell and it was like off early, like he was forcing Odell the ball, and it was just so bad looking. Now, could it be because of Freddie's fault or whatever preparation? It's debatable, but I think that's where it looks like a mistake was made. The mistake was made by John Dorsey by putting too much on Baker. I get it, you trying to set him up for success. Why not have that? That makes perfect sense. Why not get him one of the top receivers in the league? You know what I mean? Why not have them the two top 10 receivers in the league? You could argue, between Odell and Jarvis. So, yeah, on paper, it absolutely sounds like a fucking brilliant-ass plan. But the whole thing was, like I said, it seemed like he had to conform to them instead of them having to conform to him. It was supposed to be the other way around. Not saying that I wanted it to be that way. You know what I mean? He's a rookie. He still got a lot to learn. So it's like you can't just give him the keys to the car like we would be doing and fucking see him fucking do donuts and shit and blow a tire and just crash the whip. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's kind of what it was last season. It was kind of like a crash the whip type season. But nonetheless, that's what greened me on to my next real question. A year later, how do I feel about the Odell Beckham trade, and was it a mistake? You could go back to my last videos. Early off, I definitely did not want Odell Beckham Jr. here. No ands, F, or buts. Like, I was hoping that we would not get him. And it was so many different reasons, man. So many, and y'all don't even, like, it was just, like I said, the personality. I just thought it was too much. And it wasn't Brownsish. It wasn't We need dog competitors, people that's gonna be like put football as they prime, you know what I'm saying, as they priority. Like somebody that love football as much as we do. Cause Browns fans, we love fucking football. Ohio fans, we love fucking football. Like any other good state, like Louisiana, like Georgia, like Alabama, like Florida, California, we fucking love football. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy, you know what I mean? And for me, us bringing him here, it just seemed like it was a splash. It was just like, let's get the name, you know what I mean? Like it was just too much. A year later, all the trials and tribulations of that, all that petty stuff that had been going on, it's not that bad. It really isn't, having him on the team, as you know, as it could seem or as people could make it. But after a year of him being on here, it's like my feelings that I held as far as him not wanting him to come, since it's already over and done with, like I kind of changing my narrative a little bit. It's not like I wouldn't mind if he left, like if we traded him, but I would rather not now. Like the reason why is because I feel like he earned it. He earned to be on this team. Now, it sounds funny because it's like, how can you earn to be on the Browns? They suck. But he earned it because he went through the woes that we went through. Even though it was just 1 year, but it was still a woe. And any real Browns fan can understand the woes. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how many years. All years is the fucking same. 1 year could be equivalent to all the fucking years we didn't make it to the playoffs. It could be that. But that 1 year, he got to feel it. He got to feel defeat. And he got to feel not good enough. Not saying that we not, but like we usually are considered not good enough. Everybody's fucking highlight tape on ESPN and shit, always, every single time, will not fucking fail. It have one highlight scene with the Browns playing. Every time. Every time. And it could be the worst franchise ever. It could be like the Jaguars, you know what I mean? And somebody playing on the Jaguars and they balling out. And the next thing you know, here it go. The highlight film with the Browns, either in the brown and orange, you know what I'm saying, old school looking jerseys, catching up, trying to run, trying to get, you know what I'm saying, trying to stop a play and shit. Or Adrian Peterson running 300 yards on us and shit like that, you know? So, you know, I don't want him to have to go through it like another season. I'm hoping they actually fucking win. But the fact that of the matter is that if you're gonna get a motherfucker's gonna talk about you and shit, talk about how great you is, you better be fucking great and turn this goddamn team around. If not, you better go through these struggles like we fucking do. And that's the reason why I don't really want him to leave, because it's like he been through it. He's gone through it. And let's look at his stats. I mean, okay, looking at his stats mixed with what I seen, you know, on a week-to-week basis, I mean, he had over 1,000 yards, so I mean, that's pretty good. That's really good, actually. I mean, it's not too bad from the season that he had before, you know. So, but yeah, less touchdowns, less yards per game, but still 1,000-yard season. You can't complain with that. Why would anybody want to get rid of that? Two, it was like the calls that he was getting was just like, it was so not Browns-like. I mean, we was getting calls like what normally we would get called on us, like our defense would get called for some bullshit, but it was the other team's defense that was getting called bullshit because of Odell Beckham. Like, just the act. I don't know if it's the acting or just he's so damn good that it's like people can't stop him. But it was just like he was getting the calls, and it was like, it's helpful. Those fucking calls is helpful because they can get you a first down. They can get you an extra 10 yards. They can get you, you know, a lot more opportunities to score. So having him on the team, even though like if his production ain't where he wants it to be, him being who he is, him creating the attention that he creates, it, like I said, it can only benefit because of those calls that we get, you know. And obviously the fan base, you know, it's gonna bring money into the owners' pockets, but we not worried about that. We worried about W's. We worried about wins. And the fact of the matter is, if we can get a couple extra calls here and there, and as long as he's helping the team by doing that and not hurting them by getting selfish penalties, then there's really no reason. You know what I mean? As long as he understands, as long as he is willing to come in here and win, which I think he will, then there's no issue. Then we should be able to move together as a dog pound, as a unit, and move forward. So back to the question. A year later, how do I feel about Odell Beckham being on the team? He's still not one of my favorites, you know what I mean? But that's fine. Like, you know, you can't please everybody, and I'm pretty tough to please because I already had like a negative biasness about him anyway. And plus, I just feel like sometimes he's a lot extra, you know what I mean? Extra. But nonetheless, just looking at his game and just as far as like the outsideness mixed with that, like I don't really feel like it's any harm in keeping him or me being like, all right, you know, I could root for him. Like if he won a championship, he won Super Bowl MVP, I ain't gonna be mad, not at all, because we won a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And I'm glad he was on the team to do it. Like, fuck, you know, like I said, if you getting the calls and shit, anything to help, fucking help us, man. That's it. That's all I want. I want the best of the best help. And if he could offer that, then he good. He good with me. The moment that he start to look like he quit and all this other shit, then we had this conversation again. Because then I'll probably be sounding off. We probably didn't even had a conversation. I'll probably just talk about it after one of the post games. And y'all know how I get when I fucking sound off. So, yeah, man. I mean, this is I'm interested to see what this goes, where this lead. Y'all type in questions in the comments or whatever like that if y'all wanted me to talk about. You know, I'll definitely talk about some stuff. I'm gonna get a Twitter page or whatever like that so I could be more interactive. People could contact me, but I need 100 subscribers first. So once I get 100 subscribers, that means to me that's like a sign of like, all right, I got 100 subs, people paying attention. Let me be a little more active. Right now I'm just kind of, you know, put my toe in the water with this whole YouTube game. Alright. Real Uncensored Browns fan, I'm about to get up out of here. Love, peace, and brownies. Alright.